-20. Pause.
Okay.
-20.
I'm still awake, and it's...
Google.
What time is it?
Doc. Messaging. No. Clock. 2:22 a.m.
It's 2:20...
Clock. 2:22 a.m.
22...
Phone.
It's 2:22 a.m. and the track work is keeping me awake, so I should be asleep, but I can't sleep.
Page 1 of 3. Adjust page 2 of Zany Touch Lite.
It just means I have to take my melatonin every night until I actually fully pass out, which won't take long because I take one pill, and if I don't sleep properly, I take one the next night, and then I'm asleep like a baby. Like if I'm super drowsy and I can't stay awake, and then I take a sleeping pill because I know I'm like falling asleep, I'm definitely gone. So, but tonight the track work is keeping me awake, so I'm going to play
Page 2 of Zany Touch
game. It's called Zany Touch Lite. I don't know why they call it light, but anyway. It's a phone game like Bop It, and it's addictive, and you play it and play it and play it and play it and play it until you just can't do it anymore. So it's not as simple as, okay, you play it, and then when the levels stop, it just, it's not one of those games that just stops you and says, okay, the game's up, you've beat the game, well done, you're at level 100, you win, try again to see if you get to level 100. It's not one of those games. It's literally a continue playing until you physically cannot play anymore. So I'm going to go in and show you what it is.
Characters. Words.
Just let me turn the speech rate
Stopping
down.
braille screen input. Sounds off. Speaking rate 40%.
Okay.
Page 2 characters.
I've just turned the speech rate down for anyone who needs the speech rate turned down. If you can play games on your iPhone with a higher speech rate, then please do that. But with this game, I've turned the speech rate down for the benefit of everybody. So, for anyone who does need a faster speech rate, sorry, but there are some people who can't understand the faster speech rate, so please bear with me, and if you can understand it, that's good. If you need it to be a lot quicker, please, in your own time, download Zany Touch, which is ZANY space TOUCH. Download Zany Touch on the App Store, and you can turn voiceover up and play it with voiceover as quick as you want it to speak, with the voiceover speech rate. This game is self-voicing, so you need voiceover to get into it and to select a new game, which I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, it is
Touch
right
Lite.
here.
Game overlay UI Z Touch Lite. Game Z Touch Lite.
Now, if you want, you can add your game scores to the game center. I do that because if you've got friends playing it, you can add your friends to your game center thing, so that way you and your friends show up on the score. If you don't add any friends, then you'll just show up on the global leaderboard with all the other players. So
support option, friends and new game button.
I'm going to go to a new game.
New game. Z Touch Lite, medium, easy.
I'm going to go with easy. I don't know why they put the menu back to front. It's from
Medium,
right to left, so hard is first,
medium,
and medium and easy.
Button.
They put the menu from right to left instead of left to right. Oh, that's funny.
Practice button.
And then there's practice. Now, the practice one is really, really, really important because it doesn't record your score, but you learn all the directions, like how to... It's like Bop It. So if it says swipe, you've got to swipe. If it says up, you swipe upwards. If it says down, swipe down. In the easy mode, it just says swipe, which means you can swipe your finger in either direction. And it just has touch and shake. In the medium, it has, 2 touch and double tap and all that. I'm only just getting used to this game today. I have only just stumbled across this game today, so I'm going to play the easy mode. But when you download it for yourselves in your own time, you can play easy, medium, or hard. In this video, I'm going to play the easy mode, and then off recording, I'm going to do some practice, because in the practice mode, it gives you all the gestures, including pinch, which is to put your thumb at the bottom of the screen, your index finger at the top of the screen, and you quickly pinch firmly together. It's hard to explain, but when you download it, it'll explain it, and when you experiment with following the gestures, it's like playing Simon Says. And then it gets faster and faster, and at a certain point, it stops going faster, and it just keeps telling you to do stuff. And you're going to keep playing that until you physically can't do it anymore. Now, like Bop It, it gives you 3 chances to stuff up, and it goes, like a horn noise. It's quite funny, actually. The thing is, if you're trying to get huge amounts of points, like a huge amount of points, you don't want to let it stuff up. You want to try and get as many correct gesture, inputs as possible. So I am going to start this game on easy mode, and off screen I'm going to practice the other modes, and then at some point, I don't know, maybe next week, I'll do some recordings between now and next week, but I won't do another recording of this game until next week, because I'm going to get some practice in for the medium and hard modes, and that way I'm going to show you really what I've got with this bloody game. And it is, when you're first learning, when it says something, do it kind of thing, it's hard, but it will get easier and easier, because you're just like, okay, it becomes muscle memory, where it's not predictable, like you don't know if it's going to say shake, touch, or whatever, but you're like, your reflexes get faster, so then you just do it anyway. So I'm going to play the easy mode.
Button.
I don't think I need to show you the Game Center options, because it's self-explanatory. You just double tap
Practice. Button.
on
Back. Button. Back. Crap. Media. Crap. Back.
You just double tap on
Friend option. Friends and scores.
Friends
Button.
and scores. There is an option
Options,
menu.
button.
It basically has your options, like if you want music enabled or disabled, if you want sounds on or off. It's totally up to you what you do with your options. But I'm going to go into the new game.
Friends and new game. Friends and scores.
So if
button.
you double tap on that, you can check your scores, and you can go into the Game Center thing and check your achievements, and you can also check out who is winning this week or another, globally over time, which is all like the whole of this, I guess between today and when the game first got, I don't know, when it got submitted to the App Store a few years ago or something. So, yeah, Dungeons and Such has a game score too. It has a Game Center leaderboard. Dungeons does, and I think, if I haven't showed you in a previous video years ago, I will have to show you that again. But there are stacks of players, stacks of them playing Dungeons It's a really good pastime killer. I can play that game for several hours and not even know that it has been 3 hours. And I'm just like, oh my god, it's 9 o'clock at night, now it's 12 midnight. How the hell did that happen? So, if it wasn't for this friggin' track noise, I'd be sleeping, but I was falling asleep earlier, and then I bloody woke up, of course, so now I'm just entertaining myself. Eventually I'm going to have a bit of a sleep. But, you know, I've been sleeping somewhat decently, so I'm not doing too badly.
New game button.
I'm opening this game.
New game. Hard button.
Now, when I'm playing it, VoiceOver will announce the score. It will announce the score every few turns, basically. Not that I care much because I'm so busy focusing on the game. So here goes.
Medium. Easy.
Here
button.
we go. Okay, ready? Set, steady. Start.
Easy.
Get
Direct
ready.
touch area.
Shake. Swipe. Touch. Shake. Shake. Swipe. 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 Let's go faster. Swipe. Swipe. Shake.
Here's what happens when I do something wrong. That's what happens when I do something wrong.
Shake. Touch.
Live 0.
Oh, sorry.
That's what happens when I do something wrong and fuck up.
Game over. Heading
So,
level
because
1.
that wasn't a serious game, I'm going to play a serious game now. I just wanted to show you what happens when I react wrong, but I did that on purpose. Just to sort of show you what happens. Because when you're playing it, you're going to hear it. And for people who are not sensitive to noises, do not worry about it. I'm just doing a bit of an overview. For anyone that doesn't like really loud noises or gets scared of new sounds, this is all you're going to hear. So there's nothing to be scared of at all. Please don't get scared of that noise. You can turn off all sounds. If you need to turn it off in options, you can disable all sound effects. If you do not like them, there is a disable sound effects option. I love the sound effects, and the noise sounds like it could be a scary noise if you're like, oh fuck, what was that? But it's not actually that scary. It's just a new sound. It's just like a car horn. Ooh, like, like, oh shit. But it's not scary, like, oh god, oh shit. It just sort of like startles you. You're playing the game and you're like, oh, I'm like, oh fuck, I shook instead of touching it. Oh Christ. But if you really don't like the sound effects, turn them off. If you don't like the music, you can turn it off. I'm playing with the music and sound effects because I love it. If you don't like playing it, please just turn it off. Just go in your options and switch it all off. No one is making you do anything you don't like. I'm just showing you how I play the game. So,
Way to go. You got 12 points this time.
there is a, what do you call it? When it gives you features like, not features, when it gives you help tips, there's an OK button and there's a not again button. And there's also, in the options, you can reset everything back to the original settings. So if you miss something because you've tapped not again, it won't show you that dialogue, and then you got to go and reset it to get the dialogue back, which is not hard. It's not going to it is not going to wreck the game. You can choose to ignore scores if you want, or you don't have to ignore scores. You can even choose not to submit your scores to the game centre. If you just want your scores to be personal for you, on your device, don't submit them to the game centre. If you don't want other people seeing your scores, you don't have to have other people seeing your scores. Please don't submit them to the game centre and you'll just keep them for you. If you just want high scores on your device, you might want to make sure you don't click on the ignore score option, because I've done that, because I don't want every single score to be documented. I want some of them to be recorded, but not every single one of them.
Scroll down to see your placement. Name. Score. 12. Rank. #symbol 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Difficulty. Easy. Rank. Name. Score. 1. Michelle. 174. 2. Michelle. 1. 3. Mich. 1. 4. Mich. 85. Mich. 12. Change. Submit to game sent. Change name. Share with friend. Ignore this score. Button. Continue. Button.
I can ignore scores, but I'm not going to worry about it at this point. If I have to, I'll ignore it, but I'm just not going to worry about that. It's not a massive, huge deal. Unless you want to make it a big deal, which you can. No one's saying you can't, but I'm not going to make it a big deal. I'm just going to press continue.
Continue. Continue. New game. Button.
If you press ignore score, it will delete that. It'll record the score, and then when you double tap ignore score, it'll say, are you sure? And then it will say, press cancel to, whatever it says. And then if you do think, yep, I want to ignore it, it will delete the score that you have recorded. It will then delete it and won't save it to your device. So if you want your scores saved, do not double tap on ignore score, and if it's an accident, you double tap on cancel instead of continue. I've ignored one of my scores because I got pissed off when I lost my current game, but anyway, I'm going to show you what a serious game actually sounds like.
Friends and score. New game. New game.
New game.
Easy.
Easy. Here we go.
Get ready.
Yep.
Shake. Touch.
God, I nearly missed that.
Swipe.
Shit.
Swipe. Touch.
You've only got 2 seconds
Shake.
to react or you
Touch.
lose that round.
Swipe.
And
Let's go.
losing is not good
Touch.
if you want to get far in this game.
Swipe. Shake. Swipe. Swipe. Shake. Shake. Shake.
16.
A little faster. Touch. Touch.
17.
Touch.
Be careful not to touch it
Swipe.
twice too, because
Swipe.
it can think you've
Shake.
buggered up and
Shake.
penalty you for it.
Touch.
So yeah, be careful when playing the game. Otherwise, it's really good.
Swipe. Shake. Swipe. Shake.
I'm bound to make a mistake soon,
Swipe.
so you'll hear it
Shake.
when I stuff up and I'll be going,
Swipe.
oh shit,
Shake.
fuck.
Faster still.
Okay,
Shake.
wait
Swipe.
until it's continuous
Swipe.
and it doesn't give you a break.
Touch.
I'll show you what that's like when it happens in like a few minutes.
Swipe. Swipe.
This is basically the space rocket losing its stages.
Shake.
Oh,
Shake.
Jesus.
Swipe.
I thought that wasn't going to work.
Shake.
Crap.
Touch. 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 Shake. More speed.
Frick.
Swipe.
Oh,
Shake.
nearly got it wrong.
Shake. Touch. Touch. Swipe. Shake. Shake. This is getting crazy.
Ugh,
Touch.
not yet.
Shake.
You'll know when it's getting crazy.
Shake. Touch. Shake. 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 Super crazy. Touch. shake, touch, shake, swipe, shake, touch, shake. This is even more crazy. Swipe, shake, touch, shake, shake, swipe, shake, shake. Insane fast.
This is
touch,
gonna get hard.
swipe, shake, shake, touch, shake, swipe, swipe, shake, shake, swipe, touch,
No more breaks.
swipe,
From here,
swipe, swipe,
no more breaks.
shake,
So you've got to keep going
swipe,
until
swipe, shake,
I lose.
touch, touch,
It's like Tetris.
swipe, touch,
Hang on,
shake, swipe,
do it.
swipe, shake, shake, touch,
110.
shake, swipe, swipe, shake, 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 swipe, shake, swipe, swipe,
120.
shake, swipe, touch, swipe, shake, swipe, touch, 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 touch,
130.
swipe, swipe, touch, touch, swipe, 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 touch, swipe,
No more breaks.
shake,
140.
swipe,
The rockets. Oh,
shake,
mistake.
shake, shake,
Only 2 more chances, guys.
swipe,
Be careful.
touch, shake,
Be very careful.
touch, touch,
150.
swipe, 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 touch,
Oh,
shake,
I nearly stuffed up again.
swipe, shake, touch, touch,
160.
shake,
Oh,
touch,
did that again.
touch, swipe, shake, touch, touch,
Concentrate.
shake, shake, swipe, touch,
170.
touch, shake,
Can I get to 200 or not?
touch,
200 or not?
shake,
Oh no,
touch,
don't stuff up.
touch,
Got one more chance left.
touch,
180.
swipe,
If I fuck this up, I have to start again.
touch, shake, swipe, touch, shake, swipe, shake, shake,
190.
touch, touch,
Can I get to 200?
touch, swipe, shake, 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 swipe, touch,
Yes,
shake, touch,
I got there.
touch, touch, swipe, shake, touch, swipe, swipe, swipe,
210.
shake, touch, touch, shake, shake, touch,
How long can I go for before I lose?
swipe, shake,
220.
touch, swipe, shake,
Nearly stuffed up.
swipe, shake, swipe, swipe, touch, touch,
Nearly made a mistake.
touch, swipe, shake, swipe, 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 shake, shake, touch,
140.
shake,
Oh,
touch, shake,
stuff that up.
swipe, touch, swipe, swipe, shake, shake,
One wrong move
50.
swipe,
and I'm out.
swipe, touch, shake,
Oh.
shake, swipe, touch, shake, touch, swipe,
160.
shake,
Can I get to 300 or not? Can I get to 300?
shake, shake,
Please get to 300.
shake, touch, swipe,
270.
touch.
Oh,
0.
Oh,
told ya. I fucked up.
270.
Oh my god, I stuffed up. But here we go. I've got a high score.
Button.
Now,
Score
like I said,
250. Score to
you don't have to submit it to the game centre, but I'm going to submit it, so I'm going to show you how I do that.
congratulations. In addition to earning 5 game lives for your score of 270,
Oh my god.
you've also earned 9 extra game lives for reaching 200 and 250 points for the first
Oh my
time.
god.
Great job.
Jesus.
OK button.
Oh well.
OK. Change name button.
Now, I've put my name down in the player thing, but I'm not going to change my name. I don't want to.
Submit to Game Center.
I'm going to
button.
submit that to Game
Submit
Center.
alert.
Success.
Your score
Your
was
score
posted
was
to Game
posted
Center.
to Game Center. You don't have to do that, but I like to submit my high scores. I just find it fun. And if you feel self-conscious about that, then all you got to do is not double tap the submit button. It is that easy. Do not do something you don't want to do in this game. Please don't feel like you have to do something. I mean, you can go, well, that sounds fun, I'm checking it out. But if it's not for you, don't do it. You know, you don't have to do everything, or you can do everything. It's your choice in your own time how you manage your game.
OK, but hash symbol 1 out of 6.
Oh my god, 1 out of 6. Oh god. I got 6.
Easy. Rat name. Score 1. Michelle 271. Game over. Heading level 1.
Oh well.
Nicely done. You got up to 271 points. You earned 14 game lives this round.
Oh my god.
Scroll down to see your placement. Name. Continue. Button.
Why would I
Continue.
ignore that score?
New game. Button. New
Now I'm
game.
going to check
Friends and scores.
how many
Option. Support.
game lives
Support.
I've got. I'm going to
Options.
double tap options.
Game lives. Button. Game lives. Game lives. More info. Game lives.
I'm going to
More
double
info.
tap more info.
Game lives. Zany Touch trademark games now come with 1 free game life and 1 or 2 additional game lives taken from a life pool. Each time a mistake is made during a game, 1 game life is lost until there are no lives remaining, at which point the game is over. This means the player can make up to 2 mistakes without ending the game. The life pool starts with a total of 20 available lives. At the start of each game, up to 2 lives are taken from the pool depending on the number of lives currently available. If there are no more lives in the pool, the game is played with a single free life, and any mistake will end the game immediately, as in the original Zany Touch trademark.
Ah.
Additional game lives may be earned by meeting certain scoring goals. 1 life is earned when the player passes 50% of the current best score. A second life is earned when the player passes 75% of the current best score. A third life is earned when the player passes the current best score, and so on. This means that as a player improves, it will be correspondingly more difficult to earn lives. The minimum score to earn a game life is 31 points.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. So you've got to get at least 31 points to earn 1 game life. So if I theoretically were to get 600 points, because I've only got up to like 270 points, but let's say I can get 600 points, which is a lot. The next time I play the game, I have to get way past 600 points, like nearly 1,000 points to even earn a few lives. Like, that's crazy. So if I get up to, say, 700 points, I would then only get 2 additional lives, and I'm like, oh my god, it gets more and more difficult to earn lives.
Additional game lives may also be purchased in packs of 25, 50, or 100. A life pack is a consumable in-app purchase, which means that the lives can be used in the pack purchased again if desired. The number of lives in the life pool and the best score that is used to compute the number of additional lives, if any, awarded in a game are stored remotely using an anonymous user account on third-party cloud services.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good, because if I spend $1 here and there getting 20 lives, I mean, I don't need to buy 100 lives all at once, do I? Because then I'd be playing for bloody hours. So, I mean, that's only like $5 for 100 lives, so maybe I can do that, but I don't need to.
Okay, button. Okay. 1 life. 136.
Oh, okay, 1 life is 136 points. Jesus.
2 life, 204.
So, in order to earn additional lives, I've got to get heaps of points.
3 lives, 272.
Holy crap. To get 3 lives, I have to get up to 272 points.
4 lives, 339.
Oh my god, really?
5 lives, 407.
Oh my god.
6 lives, 475.
Oh wow.
7 lives, 543.
Oh wow.
8 lives, 610.
So this is how many points you need to get for so many lives.
9 lives, 678.
Oh my god.
10 lives, 746.
Oh,
Purchase extra lives.
Jesus. I'm going to show you how that's done.
Pack of 25 lives, $1.99. Button.
Now, I don't usually recommend spending a lot of money on games all at once. Like, you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on games. If you did it once off, that's fair enough. If you do it, if you're bored, if you're housebound, if you can't live your life normally because of... When I say normally, please don't take offence, because everyone has lives. But I'm saying, if there's no way you can get out of your home and you've just got money sitting around in your bank account, maybe you do need to spend hundreds of dollars on games in order to not get bored and entertain yourself. And, you know, there's heaps of reasons why people need to play games constantly, and that's okay. But I don't always recommend spending hundreds of dollars a week on games unless you're really are in a really shocking spot in life and you need some sort of psychotherapy strategy to cope. And playing these games is quite healthy in that sort of situation, because that's better than just being upset and not focusing on something pleasant, you know. Not that it's suddenly magically that, you know, you can magically focus on good things when you're sad, but just having a game there to play, even if you've got to spend money to purchase more stuff, okay, you know, fine. But me personally, I just spend a little bit of money here and there. I do not spend too much money. So, yeah, now that I've got my food arrangement set up, I now literally have to save money, because I'm going to 2 big shopping outlets this week, Wednesday and Sunday, so I have to have the money there to pay for what I want, plus have some leftover money in case I have to pay for medicine. Probably next Friday, so not this Friday, but next Friday, Is it next Friday? No, the Monday after. Because the medicine I'm on, even though it's just a stomach, directly to affect my stomach so that I don't get really sick, it's a controlled substance, obviously. So, yeah, you have to have a doctor's review when you're near the end of your script. You can possibly stop taking it, but if something happens and then you go back to the doctor and say, well, my script ran out last week and I'm not taking any more of that, what do I do? It's like, you're kind of usually not supposed to do that. But in any case, if you want to keep getting your scripts, you've got to keep checking in with the doctor, because if you run out of it and you go, hey, I'm feeling great, I'm eating well, I'll just stop taking my medicine, there is a small chance that you can get away with it and you're fine, but there's a high risk that something can happen in your stomach without the drug affecting your tummy. It can flare up. You think you feel well and you're like, if I just don't take my medicine all of next week. Okay, what happens if next week something flares up in your gut that you don't know is affecting you? You feel great, but you don't know there's a problem somewhere, and it flares up because you're not on this medication. Well, that's kind of why you need a doctor's review, because if they say, yeah, we think you're healthy enough, we want you to come back in, as if you deteriorate suddenly, please come back in tomorrow, or as soon as you can get an appointment, or go to the ER, then have a go at not taking it. But if the doctor goes, well, okay, we're doing you a new script, then I would just take the script, to be honest. And at the pharmacist, you just say, well, I don't think side effects will be any good, but I also don't want to stop eating and vomit and all that shit, so I'll wait until I get to the side effect bridge and then figure out what needs to change then. And then they're like, oh, okay. Because they are like, some medications can't be taken long term, and I'm just like, no, they can't, but nor can I put up with strange symptoms around eating and drinking long term either, pharmacist. So I'm going to not, like, it's not about ignoring what the pharmacist says, but it's like, you've said something, and yes, that's not good, but please skip, because it sort of applies as a health concern, but I can't just stop. I can't just stop treating my stomach and then, as a result, get really sick, and then I'll be going back onto more stronger medication with worse side effects. So I'd rather just not fuck around with my medications too much, if I can help it.
Pack of $1.99.
So,
pack of 50. $1.99.
I'm going to purchase one pack of lives. I'm not going to purchase them all the time because I don't need to. Here's what it's like.
$1.99. App Store. Heading. Confirm
Yep.
with side button. Done. Zany Touch Lite. $1 alert. You're all set. You're okay. Button.
I'm not going to do that again because I literally
$1.99
don't
button.
need to.
Pack of 25.
So,
More game, more info. Remaining lives. 65.
holy shit, I've got 65 lives. Oh my god.
Remaining 6. Best score 65.
Oh my god.
Bet 271.
So my best score is 271. So the next time I play this game, I'm going to get a bit more practice at this game, and I will then play this game on recording again and get as far as bloody possible. But yeah, it will get harder and harder and harder and harder to earn free lives. So once in a while, I'll have to spend $2 to get 25 lives. But it is best to have a decent amount of lives ready to go, so that way you don't have to purchase lives very often at all. Unless you want to or need to. I find it more challenging and more fun to just do one $2 donation and deliberately not keep paying for life packs when I can just play the game and earn as many points as I can and earn lives by playing the actual game. It's just more fun and more challenging to get them for free while playing the actual game. So yeah, that's Zany Touch Life, Light, not Zany Touch Life. That is Zany Touch Light for you. I'm going to play another game. I do need some sleep, so I'm just going to lie down and relax myself. Just self-soothing is like listening to YouTube videos, play a little bit more dungeons, just relax until I fall asleep, you know. yeah, I will be playing the medium and hard games in my own time, and I'll show you one of those next week. I think by tomorrow afternoon I'm going to play another easy mode game on recording just to show you how far I can really get. And it'll tell me how many free lives I've earned and that. So I'm going to get heaps of practice. Yes, I'll be socialising with my subscriber, one of my regular YouTube subscribers. So if I don't get on exactly when I think in the afternoon, I will be super bloody tired. Not tomorrow, because today is technically now, tomorrow, so this afternoon, because it's nearly 4 o'clock in the morning, I think, or 3:30 or something. So by this afternoon, God only knows, but if I don't get around to it, I'll get around to it literally tomorrow at some point. And I will be recommending this game to literally anyone who wants to play it, blind or sighted, but especially blind players. I recommend it to anyone. Please, give it a go. No pressure, just... I don't know how to explain. It's one of those games you're like, yeah, sure, okay, do I have to spend $2 or $4 to remove ads? No, but if you remove the ads, it's a better experience, so I would say do it. And that's it. You've got the game, and you'll find yourself getting really, really addicted. It's an arcade-style game similar to Tetris where you keep going until you lose or until you blow up the game. The game will just clock out, like where it just won't. It'll just keep going until it won't let you play anymore. I'm going to play it the same way other people play Tetris until I can get way past 1,000 levels. Way past. I honestly can't wait to try that. I want to be someone to full on try and fully clock this game to where it really can't level up any further. I want to see what happens. I just want to see what happens. So anyway, I hope
Extra lives.
everyone is having a good
Zany
day
Touch
or
light.
night.
Apps Z Recorder HQ.
I
Recorder
hope
H.
everybody
Pause,
has
stop,
a
button.
good
Z Touch
afternoon.
light. Pause. But stop.
Afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. Have a good one. I'm eventually going to play Dungeons and Such again on recording. I'm going to play that game again eventually. I don't know when. I want to try and beat the easy game mode and try and get onto number 1 on leaderboard if I can. Somebody is at like level 800 and what level is it, 27 or something. Like, oh my god, that's a lot of levels. How did they get there? So yeah, I'm going to try and beat the bloody Game Center rankings. I don't know how I'll go on medium and hard mode. I have no idea. I will be mucking around with those modes on recording next week. As in next, because tomorrow's Monday. So I'm going to spend all of this week playing with easy mode and practicing the hard and medium modes and doing some easy mode recordings. And next week I'll show you the bloody medium and hard modes. I just like these games that just kill the time and you pass the time and you don't even know it, and it's just like playing Tetris. You go and go and go until you can't play anymore, or the game does what games do on YouTube, where you're watching those videos, and when people get past level 16 billion, quazillion, or gazillion, whatever level they got to, the game just stops working, or I don't know, crashes the computer, or in some cases it'll crash the phone, the mobile phone, Android or iOS, or even Android tablets or iPads. Those devices crash eventually. Like, hey, you've played this game too long. We can't count you any more levels or more points. See you later. I can't handle this anymore. So then you end up fully winning the game and the phone is just like, oh, I'm dying here. The phone, the computer, the iPad, the Android tablet is just like, yep, I'm dying now. You've really, really, really beaten this game. So yeah, if you've seen those YouTube videos, I definitely want to put a similar recording up on YouTube. My hands are kind of getting sore from fucking around, swiping and shaking my phone. I'm like, oh crap, I'm gonna get sore arms. But it's really good for hand-ear coordination. You're hearing the command, you're doing the command, and yeah, your arms are going to get sore. So you just got to slowly get used to it. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys again very soon. And yeah, have a good one, and have fun. If you find any new games, post them up on YouTube or whatever you want to do. If I find any new games, I'll be posting up my or how I play the games on YouTube. I don't know how old this Zany Touch is, and I didn't think I would ever get around to playing it, but I am playing it. So yeah. And now that I don't have to worry about running out of food, literally, I'm like, okay, I've got stacks of food there. I don't have to buy any more. Apart from fresh veggies and fresh salad. You can't not have fresh salad, fresh veggies, just a little bit of snack food in the fridge, but obviously enough there to have something each day. Like, come on, you don't want life to be boring. But I really don't need a huge amount of food. I'm just so friggin'... I'm relieved that my food arrangement is set up, and that's the most expensive part, is setting up a new arrangement. Now I can just spend $200 or $300 every 4 or 5 weeks to keep getting new meal trays. And that's all I need to worry about. Oh God, I am so happy that I don't have to worry about running out of food when I donate to a game or buy my medications or or whatever other important stuff I need to do. I don't have to worry about running out of money now. And like, if the NDIS says, sorry, we can't pay for this, then okay, I'm paying for it because I've got the money. If I get cleaning sorted out and the NDIS doesn't pay for cleaning, okay, well, fine, I'll pay for the cleaning services and screw the NDIS. If I do find that this company is really good, I will be very strict when I talk to this cleaning company person on Monday. I'm going to be very strict and let them know straight up that I'm not someone who misplaces things constantly. I can misplace things, in which case I find stuff. But if I've got items or whatever I need on the kitchen bench and they aren't there later, where the hell do they go? And no, I didn't move them off the kitchen bench. I won't put up with excuses from anybody, you know. If I've got an arrangement set up and it has been moved, will be like so angry. So, yeah, I'm going to be really strict. In any case, actually, I'm going to ring up this, not next Monday, tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. I can ring this cleaning company up tomorrow, and just tell them straight up that if anything has to be moved, I have to find out about it. Otherwise, yeah, there's going to be some trouble. Anyway, I will get going. I'm hoping this time when a cleaner comes out that she isn't going to steal my stuff, or move anything off the dining table. In which case, if she says, "Hey, your table looks a bit dirty, can we move stuff so we can wipe it?" I'll just be like, "Yeah, hang on. Can we put the salt and pepper near the kettle? Can we put this other stuff in my room on the chest of drawers? Don't take anything out of the container and don't remove the mixing bowl. It might need washing, but please don't touch it. That's up to me to clean it. Leave everything together and put it on the chest of drawers, and do not take anything out of the container at all. Like, don't take anything out. And do not open the Ziploc bag. Do not open it. Like, really. I know what the fuck is in there, and I know when stuff is going missing, so don't open it. I do... When I say that I accept locking stuff in the storage box, yes, but people shouldn't have to be fucking lowlives and steal shit just to make me feel bad about not locking things up. It's one thing to keep things locked away to keep them safe, but if people have to be lowlives just because I've chosen to be trusting enough to say, "Hey, put this on my chest of drawers, please, will you? Can you not take anything out of it?" If people have to be stupid enough to not respect my wishes, then something's wrong. Like, locking things up keeps honest people out. Why the hell should I have to lock things up? I get keeping most things locked away for my well-being and to stop me from losing stuff. But why the heck should I have to be more cautious and untrusting around people who should be decent enough to go, "I see this client's stuff and it's not my home to touch whatever I want. I will just carefully put things where my client can find them and tell them what has happened, and I won't steal stuff." Come on, it can't be that hard. I don't run a frigging business. I only live in a unit, and if people have to make me more cautious and strict because I have to be careful not to let people be tempted to steal stuff, then maybe they don't need to come into my home, do they? It's that simple. If people are too tempted to steal shit, they don't need to come in. I need to keep myself and my belongings safe, and I'll do that, because if I don't lock things up, I can just leave the box open and step on it and tip it over, or put something down and forget to put it in the box, or put something in the bin and check if the box is empty, or something can happen. That's up to me to not do that. So if I have to lock stuff away so that I don't fuck up and skip medication or lose any boxes or packets, then fine. But if I have to make other people feel less tempted and less likely to steal something, or less likely to bust the lock off a box, because if they do that, they know the cops will come. Like, really, don't come into my home if you just want to come in and snoop around to see how easy it is to steal stuff. Just fuck off and don't come in. But if you're innocent and decent and nice and you see that I've dropped something on the ground, please, for crying out loud, please don't fucking steal it. Oh, God. Anyway, my rant is over. I'm presuming this new company is very heavily screened. I don't think people are likely to steal stuff. They might move things, like if they pick up stuff and then put it back down, it might be moved a couple of inches away from where it was left, so then it's like, hey, where's that, I don't know, where's the, I don't know, where's my phone? It was moved. It might be on my dining table, and then it gets moved just a little bit to the left of my seating area at the dining table, and it's like, oh, where's my phone? And it's there, but I just have to find it. That's fine, but so long as people don't freaking rearrange my home and not tell me about it, then yeah. Anyway, I'm off. I will talk to you all later, and I will do some more recordings.
Stop.
Bye
button.
for now.